It's 24 hours later. I just want to check on the beer because I know that some people have said that the yeast is a bit lively, that Verdant yeast. So I'm going to have a look in here and see what it's doing. I can smell it. As soon as you open the door, you can... What the hell? What the hell's going on here? Look at that. Look at the amount of headspace. God's sake, if I'd need a ferment on a bloody cement mixer. What the hell? What am I supposed to do with that? Oh, Jesus. Call the Ghostbusters, that's what you need to do. And that is what it looks like when it's finished. That is the Passionista, sort of. Looks pretty good on camera. I was just looking at it over there, and as I said before, this is like the opposite of the old garage. Whereas like it looks kind of grey over there, but when you hold it up here, it looks really good. But yeah, it's definitely not, it's not purple, and it's probably one of the better ones that I've made, to be honest. So no oats in this, which was always going to be the plan, and lots of wheat in it as well too. So it's like 45%, something like that. Something ridiculous anyway. Okay, grain basket's done. Let's get her into the drink. Okay, this being a New England IPA, I have got the grains in there, but I've only got the calcium chloride in there. I'm gonna put the salts in after the mash is over. So we did this the last time, but the results were inconclusive. But it's supposed to help the mouthfeel apparently, according to Verdant anyway. So not using any oats in this version. This is about 3.2 kilos of Golden Promise pale malt, and then 2.5 kilos of wheat blanc. So I'm not using any oats at all. And we'll see what that does to the colour. Because my beers always have this little grey tinge. It's not too bad now, but I don't send too many of them out, mainly because they always have oats in it, and I don't think it'll stand the transport basically, so that's why I don't really send that many out. Not that I brew too many New England IPAs, to be fair. One a year, although technically this is the second one. Well, it's not technical at all. This is the second beer. So this recipe is something similar to the last version, but I was having a look through the DIY Brewdog's recipe book basically. And there's one called Passionista in there, which is basically a passion fruit New England IPA. So I've basically taken a little bit of that and added it to the one that I did with Galaxy and Mosaic, which had this real hit of passion fruit. And we've kind of melded the two of them together, let's say. So yeah, I'm doing the same recipe because I really liked the last version, but as I said ad nauseum on the review, it didn't feel like a New England IPA at all. It was like a hazy pale ale, but it wasn't a New England IPA. In fact, I think almost every New England IPA I've ever done just hasn't quite worked in one way or another. It's been really nice, don't get me wrong, but just hasn't worked. Why that is, I'm not sure. So it looks pretty good. Lovely head on top. Now I have to say that I'm cutting down on my drinking, and I kind of had the tap on. I had the gas on. It was like 20 psi or something like that. So whenever I poured it, it was like that much ahead, and I had to wait that die down and then top it up. So maybe that's one of the reasons why it looks like an ice cream. I mean, it's what it's like there. Right, we're outside. It's quite a nice day, so I thought I'd do it out here. That has taken a while to go down. Maybe it's that wheat in there. I did put oat husks in, put a handful in. Maybe 2 handfuls would have been right. Sounds like it's coming out okay, so we'll soon find out. But yeah, that's taking a while to go down. Well, we'll start sparging and see what happens. What does it smell like? Let's do it. This may come as a surprise. Smells like passion fruit quite a lot. Really kind of intense passion fruit notes of it. But I have to say that there's something not quite right about it. It's almost like tinned. You know the way tinned fruit, there's always a bit, even though it's the same as like fresh fruit, it's always like a little bit different. It's kind of like that. It's kind of making me think that this is like tinned passion fruit. Don't know why. No reason for it, but yeah, it's really kind of intense. Okay, 10 minutes to go. This is our first top drop. See, I've got the egg bird out just to double check the temperatures when we come to the hop stand. This is 10 minutes. This is a bit of Galaxy and a bit of Centennial. Okay, temperature check. 77, 76.5 there. And 83 there. See if they even up. I believe they were. So this is the hop stand. This is Centennial and Mosaic. Let's go. All that good stuff there. Okay, 20 minutes then. So in terms of yeast, it's going to be this Lallemand Verdant IPA. And everybody says this goes crazy, so looking forward to it. We've got about 7 litres on the top. Loads of space. I'm going to top crop this as well. Probably in a couple of days' time, and then we'll get it into a jam jar for the next time, whenever that is. Because it's a dry hop, I'm not going to be reusing the yeast cake, so I need to top crop it or I'm going to lose it. So it's been sitting there for 3 weeks. Finished out. It's finished basically on 10-20 or whatever that was. I didn't end up throwing extra yeast or anything into it. I just basically kegged it because I wanted the beer to be ready, because it was taking too long. That yeast was taking too long. I think the yeast had just died. I'm just not impressed with that Verdant yeast. Now I know there's a lot of people that do like it. If my experience there was anything to go by, the thing was just it was blowing out the top, and then it had 1 day of activity and then just stopped at like 10-20 or 10-22 or something like that. So it finished out 5.5% anyway, which is not bad, but that's only because I had, I was aiming for something a lot bigger. So yeah, I'm not overly keen on using that yeast again. I haven't saved any of it either. I just didn't fancy it. I don't want I've only just cleaned the fermenter actually yesterday. I had it sitting in the fridge and then I forgot about it. Turned the fridge off and I've forgotten about it. And then I found it yesterday and I was like, oh god. And I had to clean up basically all that crap from around. I came all the way up the krausen and in and around the lid, and I'm gonna have to give it an oxy clean as well. Sitting there for like 4 weeks or whatever it was, so 3 weeks. Yeah, fun times. So, anyway, let's get into this. What does this taste like? Does this taste like a New England IPA? Have I cracked the code on New England IPAs? Or is this going to be another failure? Let's see. Really liking the head on that. The way that's kind of really creamy, and can't really show you because it's full right to the top, but Just looks like a layer of like cream. It's definitely calmed down a lot. It is more drinkable now. It's got a big body. You would expect it to have a big body with all that weight in it. I mean, that was ridiculous. It's basically a wheat beer, isn't it? An American wheat, sort of. So yeah, big body. Even though, as I was saying, I thought it's overcarbonated when you pour it out with a big, massive, foamy head on it. It doesn't actually taste like it's overcarbonated. Although that means I usually start burping every 5 minutes, but it tastes like it's kind of low carbonation. But maybe that's the kind of that's the body that's doing that. I'm not really sure, but and as for the flavour, it's really nice and fruity and there's like lots of passion fruit, obviously. Bits of mango in there. There's bits of kind of other tropical fruits, and then it changes, and it becomes a little bit bitter after it goes down, and there is this kind of taste in there which is not exactly what I want. It's hot. I can't really describe it. It doesn't really taste like an off flavor. It tastes like something else. I mean, it could be the Galaxy again, as it is on the nose. That kind of tinned fruit kind of flavor. I'm not saying it has I'm not saying it's a metallic taste, but it's just not quite right. I mean, maybe it is just the bitterness that's coming in then, right on the back end. I mean, it shouldn't be bitter because I never put any bittering hops in it or anything, and I don't know. But it's kind of, I'm halfway there. I'm halfway to creating a good New England IPA, but I'm not 100% yet. I just need to. I'm definitely gonna try something like this again. Maybe not with so much wheat on it this time, but I know that the wheat. I mean, clearly the wheat, maybe makes it a bit less susceptible to oxidization or something. I didn't do anything special with the beer. Never did a low oxygen transfer or nothing. It was just like siphon tube into the keg, turn it on, walk away. I think it'll like after another couple of weeks in the keg, it'll kind of even itself out a little bit, and kind of it'll condition out the kind of that bitterness right on the back end. Because if it wasn't for that, that would be a really nice beer. But yeah, it just doesn't taste. It's not. It's not right. I don't know. I mean, it could be anything, to be honest. I don't really know. So, yeah. On that bombshell, I'm gonna go. So yeah, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna change the yeast. I'm not happy with that yeast. And maybe get some London Ale 3. We'll switch out the Galaxy for something else. Use different hops. We shall maybe have a look at the hopping schedule and see what I've done, where that kind of bitterness is coming from. And maybe it is just the Galaxy. It's okay, but it's nothing special. So, yet again, I have cracked the art of the New Zealand Pilsner. And I was thinking that was my albatross. But this is now turned into it. So I just keep making New England IPAs until I get it right. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Got enough hops. God knows I've got enough hops to do it, so yeah. Let's just go, okay? Cheers. See you later. Just that bitterness on the back end though. It's just no, it's just not right. Okay, I've just noticed something, look, it's leaking. I've managed to put the two O-rings on the outside rather than on one on the outside and one on the inside. I just happened to notice that before I was going to lift it into the fridge. That is a stroke of luck, or that could have been a serious mess. Jesus, focus. Yeah, that could have been a serious mess, so bullet dodged. I'm just going to stick it into that fermenter there. It's literally 5 minutes after I turned the video off that time. Believe it?